Carol Stieler.
And I'm David Stieler.
Can you share a little bit about what brought you to us?
We were in a bad motorcycle accident, and I had a traumatic brain injury, and Dave had a concussion, and I spent months since then getting different therapy, never really getting myself back to where I was comfortable with myself.
I had a friend recommend this therapy because he was telling me about his grandson who was going through this and was just amazed. I've dealt with, of course, the accident, and also as a Vietnam veteran there's been some post-trauma. And this friend told me what the clinic was doing for their autistic grandson. I thought, I've got nothing to lose. I can save my marriage and save my wife and save myself. I got faith in it.
So I'm going to point out, when you first came in, you had a couple of goals that you put on your top list. Okay, Carol, you actually had, you said you wanted to learn to be more cleanly honest.
Right, because I was always making up lies, covering up for things that I didn't feel good about myself.
Awesome. And what have you noticed about that?
I no longer find that necessary, and my addiction to smoking through my therapy here has gone, and that was the big thing that I lied about. I didn't want people to know I smoked, and I just feel so much better about that. And I'm glad I don't even think about smoking cigarettes now.
Amazing. And tell me a little bit about the post-traumatic stress that you came in with.
A lot of things from the accident. I had no self-confidence, just very insecure about a lot of things, and not comfortable being around people because I was just got very good at just holding up.
Yeah.
Staying away from people, and since my therapy here, I've gone to people's house to visit them and just reached out and just more comfortable with myself and interacting with other people.
Tell me a little bit about the things you came forward. The number one on your list was anger management. Number two was post-traumatic stress. You also, number three, you were looking for a sense of calm, and you wanted to deal with some anxiety. Tell us a little bit about that.
A lot of the anger issues stem from the frustrations of having gone through the trauma that we went through and not finding anyone capable of giving me a piece of information that I could hang on to. If it weren't for my faith, I probably would have done myself in. Still get angry when somebody punches my buttons, but I'm not sure that it would be healthy if I didn't. I think that the key is the way I react. And I find myself after the fact faced with a situation that I might otherwise have really gone nuts over, thinking to myself, boy, I handled that different.
Fantastic. And Carol, have you noticed a difference with his patience since he's done this?
Yes, my husband's always been very impatient, quick to get angry, and since his treatment here, he has a lot more patience, and not that you're always walking on tiptoes afraid you'll piss him off or something.
That's a nice change. David, what have you noticed about Carol?
My wife is receptive. This is something that we haven't. When we came home, when I brought her home from the Brain Trauma Center after the accident, 6 months after our accident, and this is a girl who wasn't expected to live, let alone walk and talk. When I brought her home, I tried so hard to help her. Fast forward, I noticed a difference after the first couple of sessions in the way Carol was responding to things that I said, things that I was doing. But I believe the key issues that I came in here to address have been addressed, and I may not be totally fixed but who is really?
Right. So would you say, as a married couple, having gone through this together, this was good for your marriage?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been great for a relationship that has gone on for 44 years married and 3 years dating in high school. We were going our own separate ways without even realizing it.
Let me ask you, if you were to say anything to somebody who's thinking about doing this and they're kind of a little fearful, like what is this crazy technology, what might you say to that person?
Do it together. It will help you feel better about yourself, and your relationships will benefit from the help that you get for yourself.